Hey friends, Jonah August here. I'm one half of The August. I'm a wedding filmmaker based in Vancouver, Canada, and today I'm going to show you my main wedding videography rig. Now I hate to admit it, but I am using Sony cameras now. I never thought I would turn to the dark side, but Sony released a camera that is absolutely perfect for wedding videography work, so I just couldn't resist. So let's jump right in and I'll show you which camera body that I'm using. So the camera body that I have here is the Sony FX3. This is a brilliant camera that films in 4K up to 120 frames per second. 4:2 10-bit. You're going to get more than enough quality for wedding videographies out of this camera. And notably, as many of you probably already know, the creator was filmed on this camera. It has incredible autofocus, great in-body image stabilization, and I love its square body design and how compact it is. Now the lens that I have paired on here is the Tamron 35 to 150mm f2 to 2.8 variable aperture lens. I'm a zoom guy all the way through. I think zooms make the most sense for wedding videography. Having the ability to go from wide to tight in a matter of seconds is super crucial. Optics on this lens is quite incredible. The only downside is that it's a bit heavy, but you get used to it after a while. Now the matte box that I'm using is from Freewheel. It's their new Eiger matte box. It comes with a built-in variable ND filter. You can also slide many other filters into here, which is super sweet. But this is a game changer. It has a dial on top, which easily allows me to change the intensity of the filter depending on the lighting conditions. When I'm in a scenario where I don't need the matte box, I can easily just pop it off and use the variable ND filter. Now this top handle here comes with the FX3. Super great, has XLR inputs. I'm using the Sony ECM XM1 shotgun microphone with it. I love this microphone so much and it's come in clutch for good scratch audio. I have it set to a mode where it records a stereo track to the left and right at different decibels. So even if I clip, I always have a backup. Now the small rig handle extension comes with the cage for this camera. I've always been a massive fan of small rig products. For the price, you're getting a really quality gear. So I'm using this full cage from Small Rig. Comes with an HDMI clamp to make sure that I don't snap my HDMI cable. The side handle that I'm using is also from Small Rig. It's one of their more inexpensive ones. It slides in via the NATO rail. Super convenient if you just want to take it off quickly. Now the bottom of this cage is designed for use with DJI gimbals. I'm not a gimbal guy. I film everything handheld and I have some techniques as to how I get gimbal-like footage while filming handheld that I'll show you shortly. But with a few different Small Rig products, configured this little setup here. So essentially I have some 15mm rails that connect to this plate here, mounted on this quick release plate on top so I can easily attach it to the camera cage. Now this product here came out not that long ago. I was super stoked. I was actually searching for something just like this before Small Rig released it. Before I'd have a V-mount on here and it would kind of just rest against my chest or my stomach to give me stability, but it just added so much more weight to my camera setup. So this is a perfect replacement. It's a pad, so it's a little bit more comfortable and it helps you get those stable shots. Now you may be wondering why I have a camera strap connected to this rig. It seems a little odd, doesn't it? Most people use camera straps for photography, not really for videography, but this comes in super handy because this helps me get that gimbal-like footage. I'll cut to an Instagram video that I made recently that shows how I use this strap. How to make your handheld footage look like it was shot on a gimbal. Use the top handle in a camera strap, plant your feet and bend your knees, lock in your framing and sway slightly. Now to connect my monitor, I use this magic arm from Small Rig, super handy. My HDMI cable is also from Small Rig. Now to finish off this video, I'm going to show you my last piece of gear. This is the MATTEBOX Ninja. It's their new version, comes with some extra features and I really like it. Now I find that using a monitor is really important to help you nail your focus, expose your image properly. And thirdly, I also record out from this monitor. So I have 3 backups, 3 versions of everything I record. Now you want to make sure that you always use 2 memory cards recording simultaneously inside your camera body. Never risk just using 1 card, but now that I have this monitor, I have 3 versions, just extra safety. Not that I do this for weddings, but it gives you the ability to record out ProRes RAW. I think it's a bit overkill, but having that flexibility for certain projects is nice. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed checking out my wedding videography rig, and I hope that gave you a bit of inspiration for your setup.